It's 1607. After 5 months of dreary sailing, 104 men arrive on the eastern shore of the New World. These men come from England, a Western European country battling for power in the New World. In December 1606, 3 vessels left England heading southwest with the trade winds to the Canaries, and then westward to the West Indies, and then north to the Gulf Stream, all the way up to Virginia. The expedition was led by 27-year-old John Smith. When they reached the Chesapeake Bay, they sailed up this river to this very location. Here they established the fort of Jamestown. Jamestown was built in a triangular fort. Using Google Earth, we can zoom in on the eastern part of the United States into the state which is now called Virginia. We see the Chesapeake Bay, go up the James River, and see that Jamestown was located in a swampy area near this river. The palisade walls surrounding Jamestown were built out of trees. The fort had 3 guard towers or bulwarks, and inside, the men lived and lodged within their houses. It was expected that if you came to Jamestown, you needed to work hard. They came with limited supplies, and essentially, the village had to be started from scratch. Using evidence, experts have recreated this town to what they think it may have looked like close to 400 years ago. Inside your house, you would have felt well protected from the weather. Thatch roofs kept the rain and snow out. Walls kept the wind out. The fireplace was used to heat the house, as well as to eat your dinner near. Adjacent to the kitchen, you had your bedroom, and if you were lucky, a second bedroom above as a loft. Soon, the men realized that they would not have enough supplies for the winter, so they looked to the outside of the walls for help. Surrounding the men at Jamestown were villages of Algonquin-speaking people. These nations were united in a confederacy under the power of one Powhatan chief. It is estimated that within this coastal plain, about 24,000 Indians were divided into at least 30 tribes. The city of Powhatan, named after a nearby waterfall, was a village where people lived year-round. These Powhatan homes, similar to longhouses, were built by women using saplings, grasses, and bark. These shelters were designed to keep the elements out, let light in, and let the air circulate. In the middle there was a fire, where people gathered to tell stories and to cook food. Amazingly, these houses could hold up to 20 people. Although the Algonquin people did fish and hunt often, their main staple of food was corn, squash, and beans. The Algonquin Indians showed the Jamestown people how to grow their own crops, and at first they even shared their own crops with them. However, over time tensions rose. The people at Jamestown demanded that the Indians continue to give them food. The two sides tried to find a peaceful resolution, but in the end, they could not. The English had destroyed the peace. Their demand for land and food was too much for the Algonquin people. The Algonquin people struck the English with a devastating blow, reminding them that it was their land that they were encroaching upon. Although the warring continued for many years, the fighting eventually died down for two main reasons. Coming from Europe, the English brought with them many diseases that were new to the Native Americans. Some tribes lost as many as 9 out of every 10 people in their village. While the numbers of the natives were decreasing, the numbers of the English were increasing. With the steady arrival of supplies and new immigrants, Jamestown would eventually find its place in the New World. What started off as a small fort and a handful of men had grown into a permanent English settlement in the New World. The English continued to travel up the Chesapeake Bay to meet and trade with native villages. Although both sides had to continue to struggle for their survival, the English could look back and be grateful for the little fort that started it all, Jamestown.